Good morning, everyone. Oh, well, that was dumb. I have my, I was listening to a podcast, so I have my headphones on. Give me a second. I know I am here. I am here. Give me a second. Just doing something real quick. How's everyone doing this morning? There we go. Vote in the poll, folks. So thanks, Lockwatcher, for the idea. And now it's an official poll. How is everyone doing? I am not prepared this morning, but I'm still here. I printed this, so I'm going to talk about this in a moment. First, I need to go get my coffee, and people need to vote in the poll, please. Also, you'll be watching nothing. You'll just come with me as I make my coffee. So yeah, unorganized today. That's okay. Instant coffee goes in the cup. Yes, I drink instant coffee. No, you are not allowed to judge me for it. Hot water goes in the cup. And then the creamer, which today is chocolate chip cookie dough flavor, because I think the maple stuff is discontinued. It's been a little bit since I've been able to find it. There is one grocery store that had them, so I'll go take a look at some point, but not while it's full price, only when it's on sale. I try to buy them under $5 a bottle, and right now they are like more expensive. All right, here we are. There we go. All right, so what's the poll say? Poll says, job was a scam, I'm on a spaceship is the thought. No. Let me stop the poll. Wow. No. The job is great. Well, let me qualify that. So, I am under a lot of pressure, but I think some of that pressure is the job, but some of that pressure is like I'm putting on myself, because the deal is that first of all, the team that I'm working in, also here's the creamer swirl for you guys. The team that I'm part of, I need to change my language because I feel like an outsider. Also, maybe I'll turn on the lights. Watch your eyeballs. Good morning, ITT. And also good morning, PC Board Repair, Franco Walker, and Lockwatcher. So, the team I am in is incredible team. Like, they're all young. They're all like maybe not fresh out of university with engineering degrees, but it's weird talking to them because none of them have bought a house. Most of them still have their cars from college. So it's not like working with engineers like I would have thought, because they are just now making like engineering money for the first time. So a lot of them are like 2 years into being an engineer. There's no like being actually an engineer. No quotes. So they have not like lived a lot, right? So they're just grinding there at work, and they are. I haven't heard it yet, but maybe. Plus, I think Bus and Riz and whatever. I think that might be. We might be past that. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. Point is, they're early in their careers, but they are sharp. They are like very good at what they do. So a little bit intimidating to be part of that team, right? I am also the only one on the what we call the dev team, the hardware team, that doesn't have an engineering degree. So it's a little bit daunting. But the way I see it is I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my absolute best. I am doing my absolute best. My best gets better every day. And if at the end of 4 months my best wasn't good enough and they don't want to hire me, or if like stuff like changed because I have a 4-month contract, if it's not enough or if it doesn't happen, then at least that 4 months as part of an elite team is an incredible paid training for looking for work at another company doing the same thing. So that's the way I'm treating it. The chief engineer on day 2 has brought me into his office and said, you know, during the interview, he was kind of like saying, like, why should we hire you? You're not an engineer. You're not young. You're not, you know, you haven't been in this industry, blah, 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 blah. And so he opens with, so you got your foot in the door. I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, so you've got your lead engineer X and your lead engineer Y, right? I don't want to name them. X has one project that is a huge project on the go that I am like, I'm helping with. And then you've got lead engineer Y. He has 2 projects. One of them is giant. The other one is big. And I'm helping with the second one. And so he said, the chief engineer, he says, how long is your term here again? I said 4 months. He says, okay. If that big project from engineer X goes to market or goes to production in those 4 months, that will be informative on, you know, whether or not we need you here full time. So, big stress because that is short. And for context, I was told that a big firm wanted to have that contract to build this device, and they quoted a shit ton of money and like double, like 8 months of development time. So yeah, if we can pull it off in 4 months, that'll be informative. I think he was essentially saying your path to a full-time job is to get this thing through the door. So that is my plan. I am focused. I will work, you know, unpaid overtime to achieve it. And so, yeah, that's the goal. That's what we're doing. Yep, left my watch here. It's still ticking? Yeah. Should be 48 hours of reserve capacity. Is it the 9th today? It is indeed the 9th. So, yeah. Appreciate the confidence PC board repair. Now, a lot of the work I do is under NDA, so I can't talk about it. When my project becomes public, when we start like advertising it, like when the public gets to know, my company does this, maybe then I'll be able to talk about it. But for the moment, everything is very highly NDA'd. So, and I guess on top of that, I don't really want to talk about what company I work for. So, it's a tech company. It's a tech company with engineers and constantly hiring. Excuse me. Get a rubber watch. So I'm not actually doing repairs. I mean, I will be, so I think my plan is this week I will be ordering PCBs for prototyping. Like, cause I am doing layout and design mostly, but I'm doing a lot of engineering choices too. So I will be like bringing up my boards. So there is some bench work, but I sit at a desk in a cubicle. I'm basically 8 hours a day I'm in KiCad. KiCad and like document drafting, because I have to follow specs and make specs, make design decisions. Component choice, can't say the project even when it's public if you don't want to say. Yeah, that's very true. So yeah, component choice is mine. I own it. No, it's not like I don't have help. Like the embedded lead, there's an embedded lead assigned to my, like this is an embedded leads project that I'm assigned to. And right now what happened is the embedded lead has essentially gone hands off. And so the embedded lead could work on their much bigger project, and that means I'm in charge of all the design decisions. As long as I can justify the reasoning for my decisions, the decisions are mine to make. I whipped up part of the schematic, and I was just like, hey, do you have time for a schematic review? Because I just need to make sure I'm on the right track. I don't want to be, I don't want to spend 2 weeks building something we're going to scrap. He said, fine. He was pretty impressed with my organization in my diagram. He seemed to, I'm just looking for something while I talk here. He seemed to be impressed by the speed and the organization in my schematic. And I was like, well, yeah, I've spent like 2,000 hours in KiCad. I sure hope, I hope to be that organized. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I'm hopeful. And right now I can't find my adhesives box. Where the hell? I need glue for this. Does it look... Can confirm that you're not building a new robot cat litter tray thing. I cannot confirm or deny any of that. Does it look realistic to be realized in 4 months? To meet all of the design constraints, I don't know. I think it is doable, but like, to what level? To have a product, to have my board in a product and in customers' hands, like the final version, that'll be very, very difficult. But to have working prototypes and maybe first production batch, that might be doable. The other thing is, I am not responsible for software. I am responsible for some firmware, and I do have to write all the bring up documentation. But I think it's doable. But I think it doesn't matter. I think I'm gonna have to make it doable. Like that is my in. Again, like I never thought I would belong in tech. And so in order to make myself belong, that's what I need to do. I'm gonna do it. And I have already been putting in way more hours than what I'm being paid for, but I want it. I mean, I think it's the opposite, right? I don't think you could stop me from trying to get it all done. It's just a little bit weird because it's like very a little bit more tech than I'm used to. Sitting at a desk all day. It's different, but like really nice people. How long did the professional, like 8 months? Like 8 months and like $500,000. But that's 8 months for production ready. And so they're an engineering firm. They have to go through all of their testing and all of their compliance stuff. For us, we're going to do that in parallel. I mean, I've got 4 months. Yeah, I know. Don't even start. Don't start. Don't even start. Is it over here? Nope. I keep buying new glue too because I usually can't find my glue. Oh, here's some glue. This one's used though. I don't know if it'll work. This is dangerous once you've already squeezed it. Oh, no, it's glued shut. It does have some left in there. Snips. I should have cleaned up in here, but, you know, I have been legitimately insanely busy. You do the same? DNMA day. I don't know what that means. Oh boy, got some on my fingies. Got a lot on my fingies. Come on, get in there. Oh, this is a disaster. I feel like I have glue everywhere. Try to find some parallel lines. There, now let that dry. So yeah, I have glue a little bit everywhere. Design new magical apparatus day. Yeah, do you know what this is? I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't, because I didn't introduce it. But it'll make sense soon enough. Yeah, this is full of glue. So where would my adhesives box be? That would be a good thing to know, because I've got all sorts of stuff in there. How about this? Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Did I set it up here by accident? Nope. With your new money, you should buy some organizer boxes. Yeah, I will eventually. This tech company pays bi-monthly. And it says about a 30 to 40% raise from the electronics repair job. Good upgrade. But then the raise after that will be another 30 to 40% if I can get full-time, which is like not over the repair job, 30 to 40 over what I'm making now, which is insane. The chief engineer during my interview, he asked how much money would I need to eliminate all distractions, and I don't know if I was supposed to do this, but I was honest. So I gave them a fairly high figure because it's what I honestly would need. And then I told them I want to be on track to make, nearly double that. And he didn't balk at it. He said, that's just about what someone in your position should be making. So it's pretty good. I have no parts glued to my fingers. I just have glue glued to my fingers. In Europe, you're always paid monthly. Really? Not like weekly? So in North America, very, very common to be paid bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks. So there are some months that you get paid twice. 3 times. Because sometimes the pay week is on the first week of the month, and then you get two paychecks during the same month. 3 paychecks during the same month, which is really good for people who rent or whatever, because usually you rent monthly. So that month you get an extra whatever. The bills are monthly here too. So essentially you get, I think it's twice a year. Because if you go 52 weeks, what's that, 26 paychecks and 12 months? So that would be, 2 extras. So yeah, that's how we do. All right, so that one's done. I definitely have more glue. But like if I were a box full of adhesives, where would I be? I've got my cable management box. Oh, here? Is this adhesives? This is I found my adhesives box. It's just because the label was facing inwards towards the wall. So here we go. Got another super glue. I need to buy a couple of these. Super glue is like incredibly useful. Stuck somewhere? Yeah. Don't reveal your coffee dip parts strengthening process. That is something that they should get once you're full time. Well, I mean, if you're just gonna spoil it. They know about the YouTube channel, by the way. So they could be here right now, but I don't think so. I think they're busy doing real shit. Gonna do the mailbag while we're here. Brand new. These are some of the best fishing lures that I have ever bought. I have been the most successful on this style of lure ever. So these are glide baits. If you got a name brand one here in a store locally, these would be $40 a pop. But they are about $6 Canadian from AliExpress. So I bought 3 from the same seller. 2 came in these boxes, 1 came in this bag. Don't know what the difference is, but it is what it is. These are phenomenal. I would strongly recommend, if you are interested in fishing, pick up one of these at $6. Work it slowly around the weed beds. You might get some great success. All right, next thing I bought is this. And I don't remember exactly what I was planning to do with it. But, oh yeah, I remember now. Actually, I do remember. So this is the story of a girl. Credit River and drowned the whole world. Don't know if you can see that properly. STM 32H7. H7. So this is an insane processor for maker type stuff. So much that it needs decoupling capacitors on the back. Look at that. So this is an incredibly fast microcontroller. Let me pull up the specs specifically of this micro. So it's STM32 H7 R3Z H7 3Z 8J. I think it's a 600 megahertz. Oh yeah, look. 600 megahertz processor. 144 pin UFBGA. 1.71 to 3.6 volts. It has 64K of flash, 620K of SRAM. includes a GPU, and then it has Ethernet MAC, 2 OTG USBs. They are broken out on this board. 2 FD CAN, 6 SPIs, 3 I2Cs, 3 USARTs, and 3 SAI. I don't know what SAI means. I got it on AliExpress. And then hardware secure, authenticated stuff. So yeah, pretty crazy. A little bit expensive. I think this was 25 bucks. So let's see. So audio digital filters, 152 IOs that have interrupt capabilities. You can get them locally, I'm pretty sure. STM32H7. Evaluation boards. Oh, Arduino Giga uses the H7. So here's the problem. That's an H7 chip, $180. Here's another, that's also a Giga. Let's see, let's just see what it costs. 20 bucks for the bare chip. 550, should be up to 600 megahertz. There it is. Oh, this one has LQFP instead of BGA. This one's BGA. So is this what I have? Hang on a sec. 3Z8J. 3Z8J6, yeah. So this is the one. So it would cost me 15 bucks to buy this locally in one-off quantities. In 50 off, 10 bucks. Which is still cheap. Yeah, direct IO. So this thing is crazy. So I do plan on getting faster and faster chips. I think this one specifically I bought so that I can test my oscilloscopes. We'll see if we can toggle the I/O fast enough to get up to that that speed, because it's frustrating that my function gen can't really do it. Actually, let me see. STM32H7 have Arduino IDE support. It must. STM should be very good. Third party STM32 Arduino Core. Nice. Very nice. Oh yeah, because it has the Giga. Okay, let's check out the STM. Can you just link it? Why do I go here? I don't want this. Give me, I just want this. Can't even go to the side. Oh my god, YouTube, you suck. Oh, there's a JSON. Ah. Okay, let's see. Security, is there like a supported boards? There's no like, that's the README here. That's it. What is a printed item? That was, you guys were supposed to guess. ESP22P4. I think I have a P4. Let me see what I got. TFT Pico. That's not it. I know I bought a far fancier where'd it go? Oh, here. This is the ESP32 P4 M3. Yeah, that's it. Same thing. Holder for the scope. Nope. So yeah, I got this guy. Also, the other cool part about the speed, actually, how fast is the P4? Could I have toggled a GPIO at above 100 meg? 32 P4 specs. 400 megahertz. So I had a P4 already here. Oopsies. Oh well, that's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I do really wish... Oh yeah, this is glued. There we go. A little wibbly wobbly, but that's okay. I do wish... What do I wish? I don't even remember what I was going to say. That's okay. It's probably not important anyway. If you use assembly, you can get way more speed. Yes. Yes, I'm aware of that. So use the STM32Cube IDE, which I had to download anyway, as I'm doing a course on embedded development, which is now useless. My job is essentially a course in embedded development, so I don't have to worry about doing that anymore. All right. I don't know if the glue that's left here is going to be enough, so I'm just going to apply some glue here and hope for the best. I'm also only going to glue towards the middles here. All right, let's see. Oh, this might be used. Direct to the HDMI switcher. The HDMI switcher. Do I have an HDMI switcher, or are you saying I'm making an HDMI switcher? I can't get this open. What's the deal, my dear? So yeah, this is definitely a used bottle because it is now glued to itself. So there's the nozzle. It's inside there. This is going to go poorly, isn't it? Okay, that should be like beyond enough. Oh, no, don't touch those two together. Then I'll just drop this in here so it gets the shape. Come on. Whoop. Okay. Stay in there and get glued. I might tack these together as well. Oh, can't see. I'm gonna wait. Put this back together. This won't seal. Okay, so now I can't wait. Gonna end up with glued fingies. So essentially this glue now is needs to all be used. Really wish I had a way to wick it down there. So now I'm going to be stuck holding this for a little bit. So how's everyone doing? Friend tried to cut open the back end of super glue with scissors and glued the scissors shut. Yep. How's it going, Adam? I mean, I can just reprint this if need be, but I'm hoping not. This is my nice Galaxy Purple filament. I can give you a hint on what it is. Yeah, spot of Vaseline. Yeah, makes sense. So the hint would be this is going to sit on my desk at the new job. I printed this to sit on my desk. Also, since I'm in the R&D department of the new job, we have 3D printers with exotic filaments, and apparently I'm allowed to use them. But it was my... You did not need to bring your own coffee cup to work. Coffee cup stuck to my hand. Yeah. There we go. Adam's got it. It is a PCB holder. So since I'm working on projects that are in process, the project I'm assigned to is version 2 of something, and we have a version 1 prototype that is actually functional. And so what I wanted this for is to drop all of my PCBs. Yeah, I got a new job. Thank you. Thank you, Adam. Is to drop all the PCBs that are like in prototyping stage or stuff that I use for visual reference or whatever. It's going to be, instead of sitting flat on my desk, they're going to be organized, essentially. And it's a good excuse to print something in this pretty Galaxy Purple, because, I mean, with any luck, this PCB holder will be with me for like my entire career. I mean, even if they don't hire me on full-time, it'll be with me for my whole career, because I'll just take it home with me. And then my career is essentially over at that point. So yes, ding, 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 it is a PCB holder. So the idea is your in-progress PCBs, they'll sit like this. Oh, this one doesn't sit very nicely. Yeah, they'll sit like this. Is that ESD safe? No, it is not. There is like ESD spray-on coatings though you can get. ESD spray-on coatings. But I'll tell you, my desk isn't ESD safe either. So this kind of stuff. I'm not worried about it from what I'm doing. Not very concerned. And anyways, you can sit it in the ESD bag. $63. I ain't paying that. There we go. MG Chemicals. So we have stuff. But yeah, I can. Is that conductive ESD safe or insulated? Don't know, actually. Doesn't really matter though. Oh look, anti-static bar rack. I guess I could have just asked them to order me this. You know what? If it becomes a problem, I'll just ask them to order me this. But the project I have on my desk at the moment has an ESD bag. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it in the bag and pop it in here if need be. So this is good to go. Oh, that was an oversight. It wasn't all the way in. Let's see if I can. It's probably bonded. There we go. Wasn't all the way seated. Now we have to restart our bonding time. Thankfully I use kind of thick amounts of glue there. All right, gonna hold this for a little bit. That is the P rack, the PCB rack. Okay, now it's sitting all the way in, which is good. So I'm gonna hold this just until it has enough hold. Then I'll go put it down somewhere so that the glue can set, and then we'll be good to go. I just pretty much won't touch it until I bring it to work tomorrow morning. Someone made a one-piece version of this, but why didn't I download that one? I actually don't remember. Let me see. I'll link to you guys the project. Let's see. Printables.com. Oh yeah, what I was trying to say earlier is we have 3D printers with exotic materials, and I'm allowed to use them. However, I'm like new, so I don't know to what extent we're allowed to use them, so I am just refraining for now. So this one. So this is the one. This is by Theadmer Rimserma. And then we've got the One Piece, but why didn't I use the One Piece one? Not sure. Still using a COVID 3D printer, your resin printer needs repair. One day I will get a resin printer just for like finer stuff. Yeah, this is the idea. They all come in pieces. Don't know, I don't like the piece design so much. ESD safe filament. That is very expensive. Does Amazon have ESD filament? Oh, that's not bad. $32 isn't that bad. All these are, yeah, more results. So essentially this is the ESD stuff. Oh, this is half a kilo. Okay. So all this is the ESD stuff. Then this is an ad by Polymaker. And then this is just other stuff. Although this is also ESD. So the way you said that, Adam, it sounds like your 3D printer prints COVID, like the virus. Let's see, where can I set this down where it won't be in the way for today's stream, because we are doing stuff today. And at the same time, here, let me put it. Okay, let's let this dry out over here. There we go. All right, good to go. You got it during the beginning of COVID. Okay, so before the ability to print the virus. And this, I'm going to put that over there too, because there's big splotches of glue. Okay, so today, so I basically saw that, you know, the flying season is almost over here in Canada. We are now in August. So there's only a couple months left to fly drones before it gets too cold. So we have two options. We could either get to work on the drone or have a little play with the H7. So I will put that up as a poll. Now, if we do the H7, we probably have time to do the drone as well. If we do the drone, we might not have time for the H7. Give me a second. Let me just delete the spam emails I am getting. So, start a poll. What do we do next? Finish the drone or play with the H7, then maybe drone. I like turtles. You fly 12 months of the year. What do you fly in winter? I did order a Tiny Whoop yesterday to fly indoors. I just need to find a bigger space to fly it at. Essentially, find a bigger space for this, and then yeah, the Tiny Whoop. All right, vote in the poll, folks. Probably end up getting more coffee before we move on. Does this have a boot button? N reset, boot 0. Yeah, middle one is boot 0. Then PC 12. Look at all these. So this is by We Act Studio. We can actually go take a look at the documentation there. So where do you fly PC board repair? Do you go somewhere? Do you like tell me everything? There's like D6, B3, E1, NR, C0, A, B, G. G is ground, I'm assuming. So crazy. We'll have to go look on WeAct Studios page. Be nice to see how fast we can toggle it. Play with the H7. That seems to be the 100% for now. Let's see. 1 vote. You guys ain't voting enough. What's probably going to happen is I'm going to go make another coffee. And then whatever is winning at the end is what we're going to do. So, in fact, the plan today, I have a power supply coming in for review. I was supposed to do that today, but the reason I didn't is because I didn't go get it. It's at the P.O. box. I forgot to go get it. Also, I think we might be able to replace these cable ties on the VTX because I feel like I have found my nylon fasteners, but now I may have lost them again. Are they in here? No, these are like very little screws. At some point I will I'll replace them. Well, sorry to hear that, Daves. Anywhere found your, and also I'm not on a DJI mic. I've got a lav mic. But point taken. Ice at the canal. Watch the posted footage. Yeah, it's a lav mic. Well, it's placed where a lav mic goes. Killed it off. TV people? What are you, 60? All right, so let's, I guess it's all even, huh? 33%. Yeah. Well, you would be surprised to hear, I don't have a sound engineer in-house. Also, don't have a producer. I also don't have monitoring. So, yeah. So it is what it is. You know, we're just a little, of course they do a good job. We're just a little pokey team here, just me. Okay, so let's take a look at this H7, and we're going to see how fast we can toggle one of the outputs. So let's go here. And this is from WeAct Studio. So let's go directly to their website. They have a GitHub. Do they not have a website? No? Okay. So what do we got? So here's the H7. That's the mini. We are not doing, I don't think this is a mini. It's the STM32H7 core. So let's go check their repos. H7 core. Uh-oh. STM32. C5, G4, G4, H7. This is it, core board. All right, what do you got? PDF here. That is just the data sheet. Okay. There's examples. Let's see, Blink. Oh, this is on the STM32Cube IDE. Uh-oh. Okay, we may not be able to do this through Arduino, but we'll try. I think I don't have any Claude left for the week. Let me see. No Claude. So we are on our own for code, which is fine. Well, not quite on our own. Hardware. Oh, nice. A step file. Oh. A schematic. Very nice. So what do we have? Yeah, all this, I would like a connection diagram. Morning, Mr. Ireland. Board shape. Yeah, and it's there's a couple of pins we are not using. All right. So there isn't a lot in here. But it looks like we're going to have to use the STM32 Cube IDE. Let's get Arduino open. This is kind of the part where Arduino sort of falls apart, is you have to wait for people to make open source whatevers, and I could get Claude to do it, but until do I care? Not now. Yeah, make it do all this shit. I don't know. Everything is broken on my Arduino setups. Yes, yes, yes. UAC is going nuts. So if I go boards, STM32H7, H7, there is no H7. Oh wait, nothing's working. Hearing some weird noises upstairs. Let me go have a look. Sounds like it's like raining a gale outside, but I don't think there's rain today. No, it's not raining. My wife is out of town working on a project, and it's always, the house seems to make creepy noises when she's gone. It's weird. Oh, I don't know if you guys see anything, because UAC. All right, well, this is still going, so let's add oh, they have a blog. Not secure. Yeah, I'm aware. This is not that. I don't know what that is. Okay, it's just blogging stuff. Oh, they have a calculator. Okay, so let's, what's ZH? Oh, the Chinese version. All right, let's see. Oh my God, this is crazy. Let's go, let's see if we can use a little bit of Claude. Just the ghosts, nothing to worry about. Yeah, no kidding. Now, I'm gonna put like medium effort because or else we run out of tokens. Guide me through getting my ESP32H7. I'll put the whole freaking thing. R3Z8. R3Z8. J6 to work in Arduino 2.x. Go to Chinese version again and hit top English version. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, motherfucker. You're right. Thank you. So I just wasted a bunch of tokens. Got to be careful because Claude is by far the best AI for coding in hardware. So we just burnt a bunch of tokens here on the free plan. Now I do have a paid plan for my YouTubing work, but I've been maxing out my weekly usage of it. Is your internet out, Curtis? Like you're probably joining us from the office today? Your board is genuinely new. Yep. Support has landed. You need the latest core release, not whichever version you may have installed. Only has 64K of internal flash. Actually runs your programs from the 8 megabytes external flash chip via XIP. That's handled automatically by the core. Okay. Oh, look at that. They make it steps. So 1, update the Arduino IDE and add the STM32. Let's do that. I'm not going to update the IDE quite yet. Let's go into our board manager, tools. My God, I haven't done this in a long time. Board manager. Oh no, you go in the preference. Preferences here. Aha. There you go. End. And paste this. Okay. Let that update. Hey Anant, online Arduino IDE available now? Yeah. You can. I mean, it's been a couple years since the last since you could use the IDE online. All right, now boards, STM. Yes. Wait. Tools, boards, STM, install, update to newest, yeah. Don't assume it's already installed. Yeah, that's okay. I will update the Arduino after this is done. Installing. I also have the STM32 Cube IDE, but I'm not comfortable enough with the Cube IDE yet, and I think it codes in C, not C++, so it's a little bit more complicated. And honestly, this thing shipped with so many pins, and I don't really need that many pins. I want to toggle one pin very, very quickly. 2N3904. Okay, fine. How fast can we go? Uh-oh. Okay, to 270 megahertz. We need to go faster. Hey, Doss. How's it going? So we need something faster than this. Probably have to use a MOSFET. Are we done here? Installed. Okay. How do you update? How do you update? Advanced? No. Preferences? How do you update the Arduino IDE? Tools? Firmware? No, not firmware. About? Ah, there you go. Arduino. Download. Perfect. 8 people watching. Thank you, thank you. Oh, hey Franco. I didn't even see you. You know what, Franco? It's because you're here so much that you're just you're part of the you're part of the background. Next. Yes. So you guys missed what we built this morning, but I'm not going to go get the glue while it's still drying. But essentially we're playing with this guy. ESP32S H7 ESP STM32 H7. This has a working frequency of 600 megahertz, and I would like it to be able to toggle a small load at like as high as possible, so I can test oscilloscopes up to 100 megahertz, you know? So I'd like to be able to have an adjustable output. Now, I know you can't toggle pins at full speed, but if I could get 100 megahertz, I'll be happy. How's that sound? Install. Okay, next step. Select the right board entry. H7R3. Okay, let's go boards. Tools, board. Okay, Nucleo. Is there a WeAct? No. Okay, H7 series, but there's no like R3. H7 series has been selected. Good. Next. In the tools menu, board part number, match the Z8. Tools. Board part number. WeAct. Oh, here it is. WeAct. There's no core. H7. What is it again? R3. We need an R3. God, they have really bad naming schemes. H7. Can I do a search? It's not even alphabetical. H7, 5. How many H7? There are none. There's no H7R. On the other hand, it would seem very empty here without Franco. No, Franco, that's not what I meant. Regular is so important, builds community. Yes. Absolutely. So I have the H7 selected. I don't see where is it? It was like part number. Yeah, here. So it doesn't have like a H7 itself. It's H7 2, H7 3, 4, H7 5, and then there's H7A and H7B. And then this is the H7 5, H7 4, and H7 2. These are 5 and 3. Then there's Daisy Patch SMs. Silkscreen and README on typically hold both boot 0 to 3.3, tap reset, then release boot 0. So there are no options for the H7R. Let me just double check that that's my part number. It's upside down. H7R3Z8J. They have H7. What was it again? Tools, part number. So they have H7 2, 3, 4Xs. Up to up to 5, 7, 5, 7, and then H7 A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to B 1 2 3 4 5. C 1 2 3 4 5. But no H7R at all. Is it worth getting the board under the scope, checking the IC markings, and find the data sheet? I have the data sheet. Check if it merged after install from the main branch instead of the tagged release. Locate your installed whatever. Just made some toast with butter and jalapeno jelly. Sounds good. Oh, no. Sure. Dig it. So this might not be doable. So I do have the STM32Cube IDE. Let me see if I can open that. STM32Cube IDE. I have 2.2.0. Oh yeah, this is so bad. You have to select a folder, you have to whatever, launch. I don't know what the Cube ID exposes, so okay. So new C project. Next. Project name. H7. Next. Next. Finish. All right, so here's the Cube IDE. I should be able to select my board. God, I don't remember. This is not an easy thing to use. It's very obtuse. Your glass of scotch while the kids get to sleep, and then you'll be off to bed. All right. Sounds like a good evening. Source file. My God. No PR commit anywhere to add H7RS support. Great. Okay, I have STM32Cube IDE open. Have a new workspace. How do I set it up to work with the H7? I am doing a course on this, but I haven't done it in 2 weeks now. I do need to do more. We might run out of tokens here. Pretty wild that there's so many parts hanging off the back of the board there. See that? Look at all this decoupling. Looks like there is a voltage regulator. There's a big ass cap in the middle. Pretty wild. All right. USTM, done that. Use the which one? All right, let's do this. File. New. Project. C, C++, next. Next. There's no selection here. Next. Next. There's nothing. The create project never asked for a MCU at all. Yeah, I did start it ages ago. The drone is going to be worked on. I want to fly it this year. So, but I did buy some whoops. Here, I don't know, dude. You're the robot. You tell me. Here, this is what I have. Print screen. My keyboard at work has a print screen in a weird spot. Oh, dude. Yeah, clueless clanker, for sure. I'm a little bit clueless, too. Expand the project tree, find the IOC file. There is none. Expanding the tree shows nothing, and the errors are G or something. I don't think Claude is going to be quite helpful here. I think we're going to run out of tokens before too long. Let's open twin. Cube IDE. Get it set up to work with my STM32H7R 3Z8J 3Z8J. What? Delete it. Project Explorer, delete. Delete. Gone. Start the correct wizard. File, new. It says exactly STM32 project. File. So this is just project. General. Project. There's no STM32 there. So project create. Okay, is it going to be like a CMake? That's a MX. This is the one. I think this is the one from my course. Alt print screen to grab just the active window. Good call. Here, well, I use Lightshot though, so file new STM32 Cube MX project. File new. There's no STM32 Cube MX. There's really none of what these robots are saying. So we can go here. Let's see what Claude says. It's going to give up soon. It gave up. Let's write dialogue. Okay, STM32 Cube IDE empty project. File, new. Next. Okay, I think we got this. Cube IDE empty project. Is that what I? Aha. 32H7. PR. R8V. Is that what we have? R3Z. R3Z. 8V. We don't really have our specific one. It's R3Z 8J. R3Z, oh, 8J. Here it is. Next. Project name. H7. C++, please. Okay. Okay. Just gonna make sure, is this right? Thanks, Claude. Well, this is the Cube IDE here. This is it. STM32 Cube IDE. Check XMEM loader. You'll need to actually flash anything. Yep. It's good. Finish. There we go. Yes. Okay. Now write me some code to toggle GPIO as fast as it will go. Actually, let's go at 50 megahertz. Let's see if we've got enough stuff left. So I also have the STM32 tools on VS Code. So I can totally use VS Code to code through this. This is not a 2-layer board, by the way. Huh. So, interesting fact, if you look here at the at the SD card, so you'll see there are no tracks coming out of the SD card holder. And on the bottom, there are no tracks coming out of the SD card holder. This is at least a 4-layer board. You might be able to see the layers through the mouse bites. Can't see it. So my initial thought was to use this to make a function gen for cheap that can test, you know, up to the megahertz range, like 100 megahertz range, just by, you know, like toggling a square wave or something. But now that I know the power of this, I might do something computationally heavy, like reverse kinematics on a robot arm or something. Okay, so let's see if we can find how many layers this is. It's definitely more than 2 layers. Can't really tell. I'm not seeing anything through the mechanical holes. Not seeing it. Yeah, I can't tell. Let's see what Claude has for me. There's no way I got it done. Can't get anywhere near 50 megahertz. Okay. Each toggle needs to read, modify, write, plus loop overhead, so you'd realistically land somewhere in the tens of megahertz range at best. Yeah, that's okay. Well, this is useless. Not enough stuff exists for it. Yeah. Yeah, it's very quick. I think you could do it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. This chip is very, very powerful. Yeah, so this is not going to work. So we're going to skip the H7 until there's some code. Actually, let's check GitHub really quick. GitHub STM32H7R3. Let's see if we've got something. My poor eyes. Whatever. Let's see what we got. To columns repository. Yep. Whatever. These are just the STM. I will not ever use Grok. I don't want anything to do with that Nepo baby. And I'm being very kind by just calling him a Nepo baby. Oh, neat. Support package developed by the RT Thread team for the ArtPi development board. Open source hardware platform designed by the RT Thread team, embedded software engineers, and open source makers. Huh. RT Thread Studio. That's interesting. Let's go basic. Take this massive processor and blink an LED. Yep. Yes. Yeah, I have it in. It is in the IDE. So here's all the stuff is in here. But I would have to spend time and get it working. So this is interesting. I did not know this existed. What's this? Real-time operating system software expansion for STM32Cube. Cool. Huh. Wrong name used. Not sure what's going on there. So what does, hang on. Does Arduino use an H7 on one of their boards? All hardware? this an H7? No, that is the Mega 328P. Why did it come up in an STM32? Oh, Giga. What does that use? That's H7, but it's H7 4. So I bought the H7R. Free to download, got a copy of it ages ago for a project, then your health tanked, didn't get around to it. Yeah, sorry about your health. Okay, this will require more than my brain can handle for today. So, no, I don't think so. Is it the form factor? I don't think so. STM32H7. H7. No, these are all different series. H7R3. Yeah, these are different. Boot flash based MCU. They're different types of MCUs. It's the H7R3 and S3 are different lines. Oops. But anyways, I need to go to the little boy's room. So I'm just going to... I don't think I ever found my sign from the other day, did I? So I'm gonna grab a coffee while we're at it too. Okay. I'll be right back. You guys do some research. If you guys want to do some AI stuff to get it working, let me know. We will figure it out when I get back. Be right back. I'm back. Let's see. Have a good one, Curtis. Down on the desk. The drone on the desk looks like a cat after dropping 10 stories landing on the sidewalk. Wow. Power cut? Boo. Why power cut? Do you live like in a bad area? All right. So I'm going to wait till I have Claude Code back before dealing with this. So that is not today. That is not what we're doing. Going to put this back in its little bag like a dog. Here we go. Back in the bag for now. Throw it in the microcontroller pile. That's good. All right. So I guess we do some drone work. So we have a couple things. Let me just erase the Be Right Back coffee. There we go. Put that back in. Put this back over here. Put this back over here. All right, so let's see where we left off last time. So it looks like all of the motor wiring is done. So these are all done. We have the video transmitter in here. But I think we're going to change the antenna. Because if I look at what I have in here, it looks like I bought a CPL antenna. I just need to confirm. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, here. I just need to confirm this is the correct antenna. It was a kit. It is now disappeared from AliExpress, and the listing has been deleted from my everything. So yeah, so I don't know any of the details anymore. So as long as I can confirm that this is the correct antenna for that, that means that I can remove this holder and I can just slide this in and it'll go right up the clacker there. So as long as this is all the correct parts, I can take this awkward thing off. And the only thing I need to know really is if so this is right hand circular polarized, and I think it's for 5.8 gigs. Doesn't say, but I'm assuming it's so small it's got to be. I really should have taken screenshots, but I didn't think it would just disappear. So that's definitely on me. So here are the goggles I'll be using. Don't remember how these come undone. This way. Okay, so there's the lens portion. And here is one antenna for it. So it is 5.8 gig. But I don't know where the other antenna is. So I only know where one antenna is, this one. And then there should be a second one because you see there's A and B on top there. What's the intended range? Not very far. So the receiver for this will be ELRS. And ELRS is like 1 to 2 kilometers, something like that. But the video signal since this will be an FPV drone, the video signal is only like 600 meters or something like that, maybe a little bit more. I am not running anything illegal, so I'm not going to be able to get like ridiculous amounts of range. Because if you want to go into the illegal setups, you can go very, very far. What's this? That's a charger. But my range won't be that far because I'm not doing anything illegal. So in here I've got a camera. FPV is illegal, yeah. There are some uses of FPV that are illegal here in Canada, but as long as you got a spotter, I think you're good to go. So this is the camera. Jin. And how does it mount on here? There must be. So here's the spare parts. Oh yeah, here we go. So we can hook up the camera. So it's got these two little trays. And these trays sit inside here. Likely like this. This will come down here. That'll be like in here. Let me see. Oh yeah, you see? Down there, right down here, these little cavities. So this carbon fiber will have to come apart, which is okay. Don't know why I didn't install this before. But I'm still missing an antenna, and I'm missing the receiver. Yeah, FPV, first person view, correct, yeah, using the goggles. And I specifically bought these box goggles. They were a little bit more expensive, so that you have your screen in here and you wear it on your face. This was a little bit more expensive, but I'll be able to record directly on this device, and the point is for YouTubing. But I do have another camera. Look at this little guy. So this is a tiny little 5.8 gigahertz camera, all in one, with a transmitter built in. Look at that cool CPL antenna. CPL means circularly polarized. So I do have that too, but I don't know. So I don't know much about drones, right? I've flown a couple. I have my old drone that I've flown before. Only really good for short ranges, yeah. Check my adhesive box. What for? But no, yeah, you can use a controller. You can change the color of the, like on the ZMR, which, hold on a sec, let me go get the ZMR. The old drone I have, which I built and haven't gotten to fly it first person yet, I have different colored propellers in order to get it to, in order to be able to fly it line of sight. So this one here, so your orange props are the front on mine. So I was able to orient it by checking the color of the props, but they also have lights that go on the arms on these older style drones. This is old. Like, this was a small camera for back then. That's the camera, this whole thing. pretty wild. Can just use controller and look at it. Really good for short range. For any missing items. Oh, I see. I did find the adhesive box though in the end. So I know I have an ELRS radio receiver somewhere. And ELRS, I actually don't know what ELRS stands for. The LR means long range, and the S I think means system. So I don't know I don't really know what it stands for. But this is a little frustrating because the drone parts, I literally have a box to put them in, and they're not in the drone box. Maybe they are. Hang on. I'll pull it out all the way. Oh, I'm getting old. Okay. Opening drone box completely instead of just opening the lid to take a look inside. There we go. Oh, what's in this? Oh, I have extra parts from the ZMR build back in the day. But no, I don't have. Oh wait, I do have one more spot, because there's a box that was inside the drone box. Let me see. I have like just general RC things in there. Oh wait, I have a specific box for the ZMR 250. Express Long Range Radio System, thank you. Sticky situation of the morning, yeah. Okay, so here's the old ZMR parts. I have some spare arms. I don't know if these are thinner or thicker than the ones on the drone right now. And I have the midsection, which has been replaced since. These are the old ESCs. This is my handmade distribution board and a LiPo alarm, and then a video transmitter. So that has a 5.8 gig antenna. So yeah, not a lot of helpful stuff in the ZMR box. But where is the remote control parts box? That's a fairly large box to have lost. At some point, I'll stop saying that I need to clean in here and actually clean in here. I've got so much stuff. It is a little insane. And this place got a little bit more messy because I had to move things away from the furnace when we had to get our AC replaced not too long ago. So things kind of went awry. However, the remote control parts box was always available. Oh, is it this one? At the bottom of the stack, possibly? Yes, okay. Hang on. Let me make room on the bench because you guys are going to want to browse inside here with me. All right, so this. Yeah, let's just stack things until they fall. Oh, forgot to put this back in the drone box. This is the GPS speedometer. Gonna move that back into the drone box. Move these guys. This put in the drone box. This I'll put in the drone box. Camera. Oh, this camera mount. If I lose this, I'm in trouble. Close up the camera thing. All right. Let's get the props out of the way. All right. The RC Stuff box. Yes, sir. Main channel. Also, welcome to the stream, Eat Parton. I don't know if I said welcome to the stream yet. There we go. All right. Got some pretty strong ESCs. Turnigy plush controllers. I don't know if you remember those. This is kind of back in the day. Okay, so a FrSky receiver, but not in its bag, so that doesn't help me. A couple little RF things. Don't really know why I bought these. So a lot of the stuff in here will predate the YouTube channel, so don't judge me. Little helicopter parts, massive servos, that's for the self-driving boat project. Oh, here's a Corona CR3D, that's for my Surface radio. And this is probably the FrSky radio receiver that was in this box. Here's another FrSky receiver, ACSST. Or was this? I don't know. Oops. Oh, here we go. This is for the box goggles. So that is what I was looking for. So it will connect to the goggles if it's the correct polarity. Okay, let me pick up the... Okay, so as you can see, there is no pin in there. That's a hole in the middle. So if we open this and there's a pin, we're in good shape. There is a pin. Oh, yes. So there we go. So right hand polarized. Oh, that is awesome. So that is perfect. I'm going to put this in the box that this lives in. So we've got that figured out. And that means we can use the other one. We can use the other part for the drone. So let's make that one change right now. So that's good. Okay, let me just see if there's anything else I need quickly here. Skywalker ESC. These big ass 150 kilo servos. Oh, this is a... Oh, this is my attempt to make a boat propeller shaft. So I cut these threads into the end. Anything else I need in here for right now? So there should be a receiver, an ELRS receiver in here, but I don't see it anywhere. Oh no. Oh, yes. Here we go. So, okay, so I didn't want to buy a new controller, so I bought this FlySky receiver, but I just ordered a new controller. But anyways, this is it. This is the ELRS receiver, Beta FPV Nano 2400. So this has to go into the quad. So this is the radio receiver. Absolutely tiny little thing, and it uses this ELRS antenna. This is what I was looking for. Excellent. We will put that to good use. Oh, and there's a little piece of heat shrink to put over it to protect it. So I'll have to check where I'm going to install that. So yeah, these are not expensive, but I didn't want to buy a new remote. I'll show you how long ago I've been doing this, because my remote will show you how old a lot of this stuff is. This I'm gonna just put, yeah, whatever. Here, I'll go back in here. Okay. With a lathe? No, with just a tap and die set. So where is my 9XR Pro? So this, I don't know when I bought this. This was a long time ago. It's a little dusty. So this is my Turnigy 9XR Pro. Not exactly the highest quality thing in the world. There is still a LiPo battery in here. My custom LiPo battery adapter. Let's see if it turns on. Oh yeah, it does. Throttle not idle. Throttle switch.
Welcome to the 9XR Pro. 0.
The Snowspeeder was driven with this thing. This is old school. Inside of this, I think there's a ATmega 328P. So essentially an Arduino Uno inside of this. So the new one I'm getting is quite small, which is the Radio Master Pocket. So going to be quite a big upgrade on this one. There's the Creamer Swirl, by the way. Okay, let's bring back the drone. So somewhere in here we need to fit the ELRS controller and the camera and camera mount. And then we can also remove the antenna and put this one in. So let's remove the antenna, because that's probably the most embarrassing part of the whole ordeal. So let's take that out. I don't know if this will slide out easily either. Get out. There we go. Because this is all tight. You know what? I think I'm going to remove the video transmitter. That's a proper controller. Yes, it is. It was actually the budget option. And so it was like kind of the best bang for the buck you could get. It's not a perfect controller. The new one I'm getting, the Radio Master Pocket, is actually a cheaper controller, but it has more processing power. It's better. It's more modern. But There's nothing stopping us from building our own controllers today, which is the great part. Here, I'm just going to take out. So I don't remember exactly why I zip tied the VTX in. But it is zip tied, and now it isn't anymore. Everything in this quadcopter is very, very tight. So everything fits just barely. And so trying to move things around to get it out is kind of difficult. Now we can take this whole top plate off, which I think is what we should do. So let's do that. Hopefully it is a size I have and not a size I have with the boat. And also I haven't Loctited anything down. All right, let's see. Yeah, good, that's gonna come out. I think the instructions told you to zip tie it. Is that possible? You'd have to go back in the old streams. I don't know if I'm doing this on camera very much. Okay, so off this comes. Just beautiful pieces of carbon fiber. And then we can lift this out. This was never going to be a good option. Let me see what happened here to the carbon. Everything looks okay on the carbon. That's fine. And we need to also find out where this connects to. So it should be written. So let's see, maybe we need this. Ground, 5 volts, camera R4T4. What are we looking for though? We need DC ground, 5 volts IRC video. So IRC and video. Does it say how much power this needs? Nope. But I think what we're going to do is a circular polarized antenna is going to go into here and plug into the back like that. So I'd probably want something 3D printed for this. I also bought, there are parts for this drone that are optional. These were extremely cheap. So like this would be the antenna mount, a different antenna mount. I think this goes here. So that would slide like over this. Or would it replace this? No, I think it slides over these pillars. I don't know the quality of these 3D prints, so don't ask, don't tell. So that sits like that, and I think then your antenna, this here, would mount to there. But then how do you run your battery cable through? Where does the battery cable go? Does it go underneath? Because like this would sit this way. So your antenna would come out there. How does your battery attach? Unclear. Anything else? This is a GoPro mount for the top, which I might use. And then these are like bumpers for the arms, which I might not use. And they're like little legs, so you have a little bit more height. What power are you running to the VTX? So it doesn't change the power input needed because it's powered by the same voltage, but very likely 25 milliwatts. Which, I don't remember what the legal limit is. But anyways, this is a Ultra 250, so we can go check out its power requirements. But I assume IRC in video will be somewhere on this, because this says VTX here. I don't know what the name of this board is either. And also, I'm sure I have nylon screws. I have to find them though. But I'd really like to mount the controller stack in the middle with my nylon screws. By this point, like my nylon screws are so old, they're from, oh, here, I do have them. Okay, I didn't mount them with nylon screws because I don't have long enough ones. I only have very, very short ones. Okay, so we need to buy nylon M3 screws because they're lighter. What else do we need to buy? So this T here in the back, that holds the antenna for the receiver. So that's what that's for. So this would go in through here and then like this and then like this. So that would be, that's what that's for. It's going to be very tight back here, but then what do I do with this? Does it come, it doesn't come through there. Okay, let's do some research, shall we? You mean current draw? Yeah, but it takes its power from the same place. Your main board, your main flight controller will break it out. So in that sense, it doesn't really matter. And you know what? I know this harness here. I tucked it in there for cleanliness, but I'd like to keep airflow over these boards, so I think I'll pull them out. And plus my wires are a little bit caught. So I might just tie wrap them a little bit further forward. There we go. There we go. Might make a little bundle out of them. Okay, there we go. So yeah, if I bundle them up like that, they should be out of the way, but also I'll have my cooling over the MOSFETs on this board. Okay, so let's look at Mark IV frame, FPV, Mark IV frame, 7-inch build. So this is pretty much what I have. I don't have those. See, they've got the nylon. Is there a Is this fully built? No, it's not fully built. Is there like instructions? So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the XT comes out of the back. Let me see it from the... No. Something is different here because it doesn't have the video transmitter. Video transmitter is sitting on top here. Would that fit? 47 drones, most you built. The Taro X8 was a huge build. That is really cool. We should get together and fly. I have my license now. So would this fit like this? That's uncomfortably close to pinching. And like, I guess the battery would have to hook around like this. Oh no, wait, the battery sits here on top. So it'd hook around like this. That's not too bad. I would really want to soften these edges though, just in case. So the video transmitter though, does it fit on the stack? Oh, it does. So it has the right, like, it has the right pin out, but it's too tall. It'll never fit. Because if we crank these down, they're going to come down a bit, right? You can sort of squish a little bit of Z height out of them, but not that much. I feel like that's too much to try to make up the distance there. Heatsink up, yeah, like this, heatsink up. It's like we can get a little bit of height but that's gonna be freaking tight. Like, we can crank these down. Let's see how much we get out of cranking them down. Then the other thing is they get very close to the MOSFETs. Really love those MOSFETs to breathe. Change spacers. The spacers are rubber. So even then, they're cranked down almost as far as they can go. It still won't fit. There's just not enough room in the frame. These connectors all hit. You'd put it on the bottom of the drone. But I still have to run the antenna. So, like, the antenna goes here. So to me it makes just the most sense to try to fit it inside here. This is still a very tight fit here. So like this. And then I think I have some standoffs that might work. Needs to be like half that height. And these screws won't fit quite yet. This is, I have to say, this is a very, very tight build. There's not a lot of space. But if I go like this, where does the receiver go? So this is like problematic. Receiver would have to fit somewhere else. Put VTX on bottom of those holes. Put feet under the four motors for legs. So CG doesn't bother me. I'm not racing. I just want to fly. But this is challenging. Like, is there a smaller VTX I can get? There must be, right? Because I'd really love the transmitter to sit here. Because there's an S-bus pin here, actually, so transmitter could sit up front. Whatever. Let's keep moving with the stuff we do know. So what we do know is that camera needs to be installed. So let's do that. So that sits in there nicely. And that sits in there nicely. Yep, so that's good. And now we can connect the camera. Camera should have its own little screws. Indeed it does. Little screws and little nuts. Holes line up. They do line up with the stack holes. Have a good one, E. Parton. But they also line up with these holes. The VTX also lines up with these holes. These are the same distance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, let's shut this back down. All right. So let's stick this camera in here. You know what? We could probably just easily stick the camera in there. Run cam. I was hoping not to spend that much money, but if I have to, I will. I didn't want to spend like another $100. How much is a Runcam VTX, like a low profile one? I don't really care about the output power. It can be fairly low. I just want to fly like near me. And all of these fasteners will be taken out at some point, and I'm going to put Loctite on them. Okay, this is like a number 1 Phillips. What's this? That's a 2 Phillips. What's this? It's a 0. Where's my number 1? Am I crazy or the... Oh, it's down here. All right, Franco. Enjoy. Okay. That screw is too long. I bet you... dollars to donuts, the other screws are going to be too short. Because why would anything be proper? Oh, it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be quite short. You know, an expert, I could be crazy. Yeah. Crazy on you. You go crazy on you. You go crazy, crazy on you. No. That is very short. Very little threads in that housing. Not a fan of screws that are just a little too short. But what are we going to do? Considering the fact that we live in a shoe. Okay, so here we go. Leave that a little loose so I can adjust it. And that fits inside here. And then here this goes. This just needs to line up into those carbon fiber routed slots. And then it should be held in just by those slots. So actually, I'm surprised by how loose the tolerance is on that. But maybe giving it a good squish with the bolts will make a difference. So let's see what we got. So this comes out this way. Not convinced here about this antenna. I'm gonna put these 2 bolts in. I'm just gonna look on YouTube for someone that's built one of these. I'm just curious as to what their solution was. Because I would like to have it all stacked up But then I also need an antenna extension. Because this guy's a little far. And the camera screw just fell out. That's a good sign. Just giving it a couple little cranks to make sure it doesn't fall out. And there we go. We can adjust it up and down. But it seems like the lens sticks out further than the bumpers. So in a crash, this camera is going to be lost. I know you can slide it back a little. Let me see if I can loosen it just a touch. Still sticks out further than the bumper, but it is what it is. If I crash this thing, it'll have to be rebuilt. It's just, it is what it is. Okay, so let's look for a VTX with 30.5 millimeter stack. Just want to confirm that this fits in this. So this has pin, that has hole. Okay, so it does fit. CPL fits. Good to go. That is good. Arms are out further. Oh, like, oh, okay, these arms. Okay, I get what you mean. I just think I'm going to do some catastrophic crashing. I have not flown first person. Let's see if we can find someone. So I think GEPRC. Let's see what this. Can I go here? GEPRC. I think it's sweet. Replace the stack with a SpeedyB V3. Had to trim the front carbon camera brackets. They got in the view of the O3 camera. Since I don't know 4, remove the brackets. You use 4,000 milliamp hour Li-ion, 19 minutes cruising. Okay, oh nice, they put a fancy camera. Yes, that's very nice. So they have the video transmitter in the back. Look, there's the video transmitter. So I think I'd be okay. Here we go. Yeah. VTX is in the back. Where is the receiver? So that's a lost alarm. There's the FPV. I don't know where the receiver is. Yeah, I'm definitely going to crash. 100%. getting towards the end of summer here, so I'm going to get some pool noodles and make some rings to fly through. So I don't see the receiver. Am I crazy? Does the DJI FPV system do the receiver as well? Arms are quite wobbly. Turn the filters up. Camera mount fits micro size. As for stack, experience of the cheap kamikaze ones. Do something more reliable. Fluxier 30x30, Spady B. My advice, don't cheap out too much on parts like motors and stack. If they fail, GPS rescue. Yeah, they're doing long range. I don't care. I'm flying. I'm probably going to go to a park somewhere here. Keep in mind, some manufacturers, AliExpress, may cut the frames from carbon sheets of varying thickness. You have to play in the arms, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go on YouTube and see what's going on. We're almost done the stream, so let's see. Mark for FPV clone build. Oh, we watched this. That's funny. So, yeah, he's putting in, doing the soldering. Soldering. Good. What's he got? What's this? That's the smoke stopper. Interesting. Don't have one of those. All right, what's the next one? Flight controller install. He's just doing very short. Flight controller install. Okay. Is that where he's done? NXP 200. Here's the whole playlist. We watched all of this. Camera install, video transmitter install. Okay, so he's got a fairly big VTX as well. Okay. That's the radio. My board is a little bit different. Camera goes here. And then transmitter, power, video in, and smart audio. I'm just curious where he mounts it. He mounts it in the back. Okay, it goes in the back. Now we know. How does he mount? So he's got a 3D printed thing. Yeah, it definitely goes in the back. That's good to know. Oh, and he tucked his wires underneath there. Okay, so that was not just me. So he's soldered. Chop. Okay, where's his receiver go? That's good. Radio receiver. So where does he put it? In the back with the video transmitter. All right, PC board repair. Have a good one. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so he just jams it in the back. Okay, so I need to figure out what flight controller I have. And I have to confirm all that stuff. But yeah, essentially, that's what I'm gonna do. So that one has diversity antennas, mine doesn't. How's it going, ITT? Okay, good to know. Receiver sitting on top. Very nice. Okay, then final touches. Yeah, so he's got an extension to there. I don't have an extension. Oh, he routes it through here. Okay, good to know. Cable tie everything into place. Oh, I see. He's going to make antenna holders with the cable ties. Yep. I'm not going to bother doing that. Or maybe I'll bother. We'll see. And then he's going to set up his stuff. Okay. DEI, not DJI? What's DEI? And then, oh, and he flew it. Oh, that's nice. So this is what I expect to see. I'm gonna have to find a nice, quiet park. And go take it for a flight. Very cool. My first flights are not going to be this good. All right, I think that's it for me. I'm going to have some lunch. And then, yeah, next weekend, probably going to be back on the live streaming. Keep an eye out. I think I might need to... Oh, diversity. Oh, okay. So sorry, diversity in a RC term means you can have two antenna and it'll just automatically switch to the one with the most signal, but I see what you mean. I got you. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna probably work on this. If I get the time and the wherewithal, I might work on this one of these evenings. So it may be just a random stream. I'm so sorry if you won't be able to attend it, but it might be one of those things where you need to go watch the VOD after. So until my work schedule gets really, set in stone and my body adjusts to it, It's probably going to be random streams all over the place, but it is what it is. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here. I'll catch you in the next one.